Whoa. And if I say it enough, it gets ingrained in my head, and I start.
Hi guys, thank you so much for stopping by Laura Marie Rambles. I am Laura Marie, and today I'm going to ramble on about my week's intentions. So if you had a chance to stop by my blog, you would know that I just wrote a post about kind of what my intentions are for 2019. And the main thing is to be intentional with my time, intentional with the people, just all the things. 2018 was not the most amazing year. There were some highlights, but I found myself just in a constant state of chaos and anxiety. And so 2019, I want to be very, very intentional about what happens. And so I did take the first 4 days of this year to just kind of enjoy kind of all the things, and also to address the chaos that is my job. But today is Saturday. We are not at work. We're not going to talk about work. We are, however, going to talk about some things that have me fired up right now. So over the past 13 weeks, I was actually part of a group called the Freedom Group, and so we worked through this workbook. And it was amazing. You know, my church set this up, and I want to say I purchased the book for like $10, maybe $15. And we got together every Wednesday and we talked about all the subject matter in here, from the tree of life versus the tree of knowledge of good and evil, to things like forgiveness. What else? Let's see. There was so much. It was 13 weeks of intense evaluation of what your relationship with God has been like to this point and how it can be better going forward. And last night we had an amazing session where all of the freedom groups got together at the church. And it was 3 hours of just being very, very open to the Holy Spirit working in your life, and being able to kind of give up kind of the burdens and hurts that you've been carrying. And it was so intense that when I left, I was dehydrated and I had a headache, but it was amazing. I've never had an experience like it, and I definitely recommend that if you have the opportunity to go through something like that, to really evaluate kind of how you have developed your relationship with God and what that really looks like. Definitely do it. I'm not doing it justice here, but that's not what the intention of this video is. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments below, and I definitely will talk a little bit more about what happened, both in the 13 weeks and last night. But I also am excited because I received this book. And so they had a few of these that you were able to pick up if you were so inclined to. And this is The Holy Spirit, an Introduction. And we actually tomorrow are starting our 21 days of fasting and prayer. And I have actually never participated in this. I have been to churches. I have actually for a long time, I was part of an online church. And so I never really was part of a community. And so this is going to be my first time ever fasting and praying, and I'm very excited about what it would be like. But I was concerned because I didn't have anything to fill the gap of the things I was fasting from. And something that is very important to do whenever you're going through fasting, particularly when you're fasting for God, when you remove something, you need to fill it with something holy and of God. And so this is going to be great. And I didn't know last night whenever I picked it up, but I found out when I was just flipping through that there are actually questions that you answer in there, which is right up my alley. I like me some questions. So I'm very excited about what that's going to look like. So the main thing I wanted to talk about was my week. And so being intentional, I am trying to kind of work my way up to developing the planner that I actually need and that actually works for my life. I don't know, since I was in 6th grade, I have owned a planner. And whenever I first started getting a planner, I really, I don't know if that's just what existed or if I just wasn't aware, but you just kind of had the one, it was just plain. It had the monthly, it had the weeklies behind it. At the end, you had an index that told you, I don't know, metric systems and stuff you never looked at. Here's the world map. You're like, oh, cool, awesome. Also, here's a list of commonly misspelled words. I'm like, yep, I misspell every one of those. Anywho, whenever I became a mom, I needed a planner that was going to really work for my life. And so I kept trying to play with what I had, and it wasn't really working. And then I moved to the point that I just really went on a hunt for a planner. And I did find one planner that worked really well for, I think, 2 years. And it was Blue Sky, and it was a horizontal planner. And so instead of having your month on 2 pages, it's kind of one of those things you didn't know you needed it until you found it. But then the month was on 1 page, and so I was able to seamlessly write out what was going on. But I had the hardest time finding it. Apparently it was something that I really needed and I wanted, but not so much the majority of the planning world. And so it was difficult to find. And so then I was on the hunt for another planner that really functioned really well. And I finally settled on the Happy Planner. And there are some things I really love about this, and there are some things I don't really love. And so I've been kind of trying to marry things that I love out of different planners that I've seen, that I've actually used, that my friends have used to develop what I'm looking for. And again, I'm not going to get too deep into that because that's not what this week's video is really about. But if you want to know more, let me know in the comments, and I will make a video about all of my woes and joys of the Happy Planner. But with that said, that inspired me to start kind of really working on developing different things that I really loved and all of that. And that's what birthed kind of this thing. And this is kind of a mock-up dashboard that I put together that just kind of took out all of the tidbits that I found in different planners that I saw. But what I found was that I was constantly working on the computer, trying to develop that, and then I would print them off, and then I would try to play with them, and it wasn't really working, and so I was wasting paper. And at that same time, I was also on the hunt for something that was going to eliminate paper from my life, and that's whenever I decided to purchase an iPad Pro. Now this is 1st generation, 9.5 inch. I do have an Apple Pencil. And so I am basically using this to try to get to the point of going digital with my planning. And I have no idea if it's going to work. We will see. And if it doesn't, oh well. If it does, amazing, because I need to simplify my life. So today I want to talk about kind of what my intentions are for the week of, what did I conclude? The week of January 7th. I like to, Monday starts. That's who I am. So January 7th. So, oh, hold on. And so right now, because I am still in the process of working through, that looks weird. Working through what my digital planner will look like, I am really just going to jot down, do a brain dump essentially. And so that's what this is going to look like. And then as time goes on and I develop what I need, I will definitely share that. And I am hoping that I will be able to just consistently make these plan with me videos so that you see kind of what that develops into. So Monday, I know that we have Boy Scouts. Tuesday, I don't have anything, so that's going to be household stuff. Wednesday is probably going to be another household day. We're probably going to throw in some birthday planning because my daughter's birthday is actually this Friday. Thursday, I do need to go over some Girl Scout items. Even though we don't have a meeting this week, it's going to be really nice to really pin down something for the next week's meeting. Friday, what I'm going to do is, I'm hoping, because that's actually birthday prep, since that is her birthday, I'm going to see if I can take that day off, and that really will depend on what things look like this coming week. Saturday is going to be the birthday party, and then Sunday is going to be a household reset. And so that's going to involve, cleaning up the chaos that happens during the party, also going back to the grocery store for anything that we need. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about what my weekly intentions are. And so, what are my intentions for my self-care intentions? What are my spiritual intentions, my financial, my intentions, with my physical health, let's see. What are my intentions with the blog? And then as a wife and a mom. Okay. So self-care. I am someone who has struggled for the longest time with kind of putting myself last. I'm the type of person that will not eat until all of the things that need to be taken care of are taken care of. And it's not just with food. I do it with everything. I have, since becoming a mom and really dealing with all of the guilt that I've had over the years, I have developed very bad self-care habits. I get to the point that I don't shower but once a week. And sometimes it's gone longer than that, especially when I'm in a very depressive or anxiety-ridden season in my life. I just ignore all that. And I find a way to present myself to the world so nobody knows. But I know that I'm not taking care of myself, which then just compiles all of the stuff. And so, because we're being intentional, I am going to be very, very focused this week on making sure that I have daily showers. And that's just to give back to myself. That is to put myself first, to say, very first thing in the morning, you are important. And then I'm also going to say, I'm going to get bonus points if I do it in the morning. Spiritually, so we are doing this 21-day fast, so during that fast, I'm going to be working on limiting television and social media. And I'm going to replace that with reading the Holy Spirit. Financially, this is a conversation I'm actually going to need to have with my husband to determine what that really is going to look like. But we do need to kind of hone in our finances, determine what, if this is going to be a no spend week, is this going to be a week where, I don't know, are we actually going to do any shopping? We have to decide what that looks like. So we're going to sit down and talk over that. my physical health, I'm going to be focused on drinking 6 8-ounce glasses of water a day. My intention is long term to make that be actually 128 ounces, I believe. However, you need to start somewhere. It's like 11 to 12. No, I think I'm going to be drinking like 13 glasses of water a day, which sounds scarier than it is. I have done it. I've actually drank more water than that. However, I am in a season of very bad habits, and so I need to start somewhere. And I have learned that I will set myself up with a very lofty goal. I will not accomplish that goal. I will punish myself, and the cycle continues. And so we're not doing that in 2019. We're going to be very intentional. And being intentional means evaluating what didn't work before. And what doesn't work is setting lofty goals for Laura. If it works for you, more power to you. But it has not worked for me. So we're going to drink 6 to 8 ounces of water every day. With rambles this week, I am going to write 3 posts. Nope. We're going to write 3 days. And we're going to let's see, record 2 days. And then post 2 blog and 1 video. And then as a wife and a mom, my intention, I am going to have a bake day. We're gonna we're gonna let the kids, let's see. So birthday plans with the kids. And then let's see. I need to look at what so I don't know that I can squeeze in a date night, but we will have what am I gonna do with Michael? We'll have a home date. Okay. And so my to-do list this week is going to be, we've got to do grocery shopping. We need to do a house reset because the kids have been home on break. We need to do a library run. Let's see. Oh, birthday plans. And I feel like there's something I'm forgetting. Oh, rambles. Oh, and then set up my January calendar. All right. So that's it. So what I'm going to do now, since I just kind of created this list, I'm going to just work on what that looks like long term, kind of what the layout layout is. I'll plug all this in, and once I kind of have that together, then I can just hop to it. So today I do need to get the house reset. We will likely do grocery shopping, and then I don't know, I've got a lot to do today, actually. Now that I'm starting to think this out loud, I have birthday stuff that we need to figure out. We've got grocery shopping, probably need to clean up the kitchen because it's a mess. You can't see it. I'm not going to show you. Don't ask. But we need to get the kitchen reset, kind of do some straightening up, and then go to the library. I love the library. So, anywho, I really appreciate you stopping by. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up below. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you in my family. And, you know, if you have something that you are going to focus on this week to be very intentional with yourself or with things in your life, let me know what that is. I'm really excited to see what you do to be intentional in 2019. Thank you again. I hope you have a wonderfully blessed day, and I will see you next time.